I'm Dan Marr, and joining me on guest duties this week is presenter, esports commentator, after-dinner speaker, and crisis negotiator Alan Brycey Bryce. Okay, time to fill you up with intel. 2 weeks ago, I said I'd be revealing details of an unmissable competition, and I wasn't entirely lying. I mean, what's a week between friends? Gamescom, the world's largest gaming event, returns to Cologne in Germany from the 14th to the 17th of August, and we'd like to send one Aim Down Sights viewer from the UK and a friend along to witness this glorious chaos in person. Our lucky winner will be invited to ride a luxury Call of Duty Advanced Warfare coach from London to Cologne for 4 fantastic days that will include the opportunity to become one of the first people in the world to play Call of Duty Advanced Warfare's multiplayer mode. Nice. All you need to do to enter is RT the tweet linked to via the URL on screen right now. It's so simple, your dog could probably enter, although you do have to be over 18, so it's unlikely they'd be strong enough to use the mouse. The competition ends at midnight on the 31st of July, and you can find the full rules and regulations via the link on screen. Good luck. Now, let's see what's going on in the world of esports as we enter spectator mode. Okay, for this week's spectator mode, I thought I'd hand over to Brycey, seeing as he's been keeping abreast of all the esports news we've been having this week. So, Brycey, what's the latest?
Well, there's a few little bits going on here and there. We've had the pre-I-52 tournament actually only kicked off a couple of days ago, and it was one-way insight. You had Paro, Wongi, Waltz, and Frag won that.
So that's a mouthful.
That is a little bit of a mouthful. It's great with all these names you kind of got to remember. But yes, they've won tickets to go to the event, so they get that all paid for them. So they're going to be looking to do some serious work when they get there. It's a pretty good team. I'm looking forward to kind of see how they get through it. Wongi's been a player that has been in my attention for a long time. He was kind of really reputed to do so well at an event quite a while back, his first event. Didn't perform up to spec, but since then he's actually been getting better and better each land he's gone to. So I kind of expect him to do some real work this time round.
So Wongi, one to watch?
Wongi is one to watch, he most certainly is. He's also one to watch because he possibly has some of the most ridiculous hair in gaming, even more so than mine.
Do you think that gives him a tactical advantage?
I think it does give him a tactical advantage. But yeah, he's a great player, and I'm sure he might be, depending on how he plays at the next round, he might be one of my players to watch in the coming future.
Good stuff, and I understand there's some activity coming pre-G3 that we should look forward to as well.
Yes, EGL 13, it's in Blackpool. Blackpool has a reputation because back at EGL 5, they set the record for teams at 113. Hasn't been beaten yet, but Blackpool kind of has that mystique about it now. I'm kind of looking forward to see who walks away with the main prize.
Who are your favourites for that then?
I'll be honest with you, as with all European competitions in the last 6 months, it's going to be TCM and Epsilon final. There's a few teams trying to take them down, probably the likes of Infuse are looking to see if they can kind of take them off that top spot. But yeah, I think the smart money is once again on TCM and Epsilon to kind of go at each other again. And there's also kind of a bit of a pride here because Epsilon won 2 lands on the trot, and then TCM outplaced them at Anaheim, and now they're going head-to-head once again. And I think Epsilon, look, we're the better team, and TCM are like, well, hold on, do you see our last placement? So I think there's going to be a great rivalry coming up once again, and you guys should definitely check that out.
Fantastic. Right, time for a slightly different heads-up. Right, for this heads up, we thought we'd give Brycey a bit of a chance to demonstrate the kind of expertise you need to know the maps as well as he does. Obviously, when you're commentating, it's not just knowing who the players are and where they are, it's knowing the maps geographically and the tactical and strategic advantages they offer. So, Brycey, you're going to take us through Favela.
Yes.
Currently on Invasion. I will hand over to you now.
Well, we're going to start off here. This is actually the bottom of the main street. To my right is actually a little shop known as Barber's. And you can just see there, it's actually not a bad place. You'll kind of find a sniper in there. If you start on S&D and you come to the street at the top, you'll always find a sniper in this building because they're annoying. Then we're going to go through, this is construction. If you're playing the B bomb site on S&D, you'll definitely have somebody in here because the bomb site will be down there. And that's just generally not a bad building for it either. They have to kind of come in and get you this window. Nobody can jump in, so it's only like 2 entrances. So it's not bad to kind of try and hold. You're at the top of the street here. This is actually the spawn for the attackers on S&D, also known as parking lot. And it's a pretty good place. I mean, you usually see people in this bit. For some reason, people love to kind of head glitch in that little hole there. It's not got the greatest viewpoints, but you can kind of just get the advantage if somebody comes up.
Right, so do both you and players tend to have a bit of a shorthand for areas in each map there?
Yeah, so there's not only that, but the other issue is that some people will have different call-outs for different parts of the map. Like when I used to play with my team, we would call something, we'd get to a LAN event or you'd play with different players, they had no idea what you're on about, but they eventually kind of figured it out. And it's usually just kind of named after very obvious things. Speaking of which, we're going to go into Playground here, obviously named with this incredible chicken.
Yep.
So that's...
Is that a new addition to the Invasion version?
Well, yes, I mean, this dancing chicken does seem to be a kind of a new part of it. And then we're actually going to go into what I like to call Top Red. Now, this is where if you're playing on the attack, this is kind of my area. I love coming into here. You've got to be careful, though, because once again, snipers are going to be on that far roof you can see in the distance. This is banana plants, or it used to be banana plants before they kind of cut it down. This is where the bulletproof banana leaves used to be.
The infamous bulletproof banana leaves.
Going down here, this is actually going to be Playground Hut, and not an awful lot of action usually takes around there. No one really chooses to hide in that hut too much. This is where it gets dangerous. This is where the other bomb is. Now, in this area, there are a few places you can hide, one of which being here, and the other is tend to just kind of dance around on this roof a lot here. But it's a decent roof to kind of hide, but it's all about roof control, this map. Get on the roofs, get up high, use that height to your advantage, and make sure you can kind of just control the flow of the game. Like I said, you can pretty much control this entire map from up here. Like I said, on domination, the problem being is that C and B will be out of sight, but the rest of your map will be okay.
Great, fantastic. Now, as someone who's kind of more of a run and gunner, the idea of being on rooftops and being accurate probably isn't really the most suited to my playing style. But regardless, I have said that I will now challenge you to a 1v1
yes.
this map. Obviously, you've now given me a ton of tactical information that I'm probably not going to employ it whatsoever. But should we get a game set up and get going?
Yes, let's get a game set up, and if you beat me, I'll be very angry.
That's what I like to hear. Cool. Right, so here we are in Favela. Brycey has very kindly agreed to adopt a handicap in order to give me a fairly fighting chance. Seems a generous way of describing it. So what's your loadout?
I've gone for kind of a gold knife, and I'm going to go for a very quick gold knife setup as well.
Whoa, I just saw you there, but I'm going to...
I'd actually just pull off a jump.
I want to back off. So, all right, let's get going. You've also got the radar on to keep things a bit pacier. So I know that my goal is to stay away from you, and your goal is to chase me down and clearly throw things to slow down my movement.
Yeah. Oh.
Yes!
Bit open, that one. Probably shouldn't have chased you down in that area.
So, because I've got that kill, are you going to upgrade to a slightly better?
I was going to. I haven't yet. I have a few upgrades. What we're going to see.
Interesting. Oh my god!
Oh,
I got you with the flashbang.
Time for an upgrade.
2-0.
I'm gonna.
This is going very
well. Here. You're being very clever and keeping away from me, which is making my job quite difficult.
Oh, hang on. Now there's gunplay involved. I'm going to hide out in this.
You're actually hiding.
I am actually hiding.
I'm a scumbag COD player.
Where are you?
Yeah.
I can see a dot, but I can't see the man.
Oh, yeah, gotcha.
This is a career highlight already. I'm very happy with that. What have I got? I'm using the Maverick at the moment, this is one of the DLC exclusive guns, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh! It came right for me.
Okay. Last upgrade.
This is it, 3-1. I like this.
I went back to the knife then. I tried to knife you. I shouldn't have done. Yeah.
Grenade out. Oh! Did you just blindside me then? What did you do?
You just kind of hid.
I was just
ignore that.
I just hid behind a skip and waited for the inevitable. Okay. 3-2. Oh, there he is.
2-bullet kill with the
My
manual.
aging reflexes are really starting to show now, aren't they? Right, what is it? 3-3. This is we're only playing first to 5, by the way, just to haste things along.
We're around the map more.
Oh! Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh no, I saw you. I was just wondering at what point you were going to drop down and kill me.
Oh, the old throw a grenade.
The old throw a grenade into a hole.
Oh!
Oh, and he brings it 4-all. This is it.
I'll be very upset if you win now. This is not acceptable in any way.
We've got to remain on speaking terms until at least the end of the show, though. Otherwise, this will make the rest of the thing very awkward.
This is where I go scumbag.
What was that?
That is the fully automatic gold PDW, and it is a very effective weapon.
I'm not even going to ask where you pulled that out from, but fine, if that's the way you want to win things. Well done. Good game, mate. That was suitably humiliating. I think it's time to go loud. There was a huge response to this week's Go Loud question, which was, if you could bring any gun from Call of Duty history into Advanced Warfare's future, what would you choose? Dr. Stifle says he'd like to bring some 19th century firearms back to the future. He says, I'd love to see Akimbo 1887s make a return, even post-nerf. Just made you feel like the Terminator or Mad Max. Yeah, so dual wielding this like lever action shotgun, it used to be massively overpowered, didn't it?
It was a little bit over. It was kind of like having two cannons. You just kind of carting them around. It was unreal. It actually was great back in the day. There was a bit of S&D, and Last Player Alive would always have these and pull off a massive clutch because, admittedly, before they nerfed them, you could hit people from half a map away dual wielding these things, hip fire.
That's a lot of buckshot.
It was a lot, a little bit, but it was kind of great. Everybody loved the fact you spun it to reload, and there was a great weapon.
Cool. Someone on the Glitch channel team would like to see the PPSH-41 from World at War, saying it was a bullet hose, and whether it was actually good or not, it always felt so. The memories. This was a Soviet SMG, yes. I believe.
It's kind of a bullet hose, and you think, I'm just going to hose everything down with it. It was quite an effective gun. Like I said, another close quarters gun. People seem to like these weapons, but yeah, it was interesting. There's a few guns that kind of come near. I mean, the P90 is also one of those bullet hose weapons, but yeah, it's a great gun. Whether or not you would kind of bring it in, there have definitely been variants of it come through different Call of Duties in different guises.
Yeah, but I was going to say it's also appeared in the first two Call of Duties and Black Ops as well, so don't necessarily rule out its return in Advanced Warfare. And finally, there's a lot of love for the intervention from Modern Warfare 2, including from Mr. Ashy, Aptix Quentin, Optic Rue, Tuttle, Blitz Switch, Kairu R, and Long Sensation. And he says, I'd bring back the Modern Warfare 2 intervention. The sound alone is iconic. Now, you're not so sure that it's the gun itself.
I disagree, and I have a very good theory about why they're so in love with the intervention. It's more to do with the quick-scoping mechanics of Modern Warfare. That intervention, it was far too easy to quickscope people on it. The reason they actually reduced it, and the reason I believe it was Black Ops reduced your ability to quickscope, which had a kind of a big uproar about it, was simply because it was too easy. You should not be able to run around and do it with that gun. I guarantee that's the reason they actually have the intervention.
Right, and I'll tell a lie, there was one more, and that's a nice Druish fella who just wants to move on. He says, I don't want none. New game, new toys, please. Enough said. What was your favourite of that lot?
I think the models, that definitely brings back some serious memories.
Bringing back the 1887s?
Yeah.
Good stuff. Well done, Dr. Stifle. You've just won yourself a 12-month Xbox Live subscription. If you'd like to do the same next week, this week's question is, following Michael Myers and the Predator's appearance in Ghost DLC, what other iconic character would you like to see in Call of Duty? As ever, tweet your response at GameSpot using the hashtag #AimDown. And the sun sets on another #AimDown site. Thanks very much again to Brycey for joining me. What's the best way for people to keep track of you?
Basically my Twitter. If you want to keep an eye on anything Call of Duty, esports, or even Gfinity related, then @BryceTacular is the place to go.
Fantastic. Cheers, mate. And thanks to you two for watching. I'll be here next week. I hope you are too.
Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Pre-order now for Xbox.